Have you ever laid beside a woman in the dark and wondered what she was really feeling? Pause. Not what she said, not what she texted you earlier, but what her body, her silence, her small quiet movements were trying to tell you in that moment. Because here is something most men never realize: a woman's truest emotions don't live in her words. They live in her behavior when her guard is completely down. Welcome, and I'm so glad you're here today. What you are about to learn changed everything. For the men who truly understood it. We are going to talk about the bedroom not in the way you might expect, but as the most honest emotional space a woman ever occupies. This is where performance disappears, where pretending becomes impossible, where her real feelings about you rise to the surface like light through water. I'm going to walk you through 7 specific behaviors that reveal exactly where her heart is. Stay with me all the way to the end, because the most powerful insight I have for you comes last. So let's step gently into that sacred, quiet space and learn to read what she's been trying to tell you all along. Sign number 1: she reaches for you. First, picture this. The lights are off. The day is over. And before a single word is spoken, she slides her hand across the sheets and finds yours. She isn't asking for anything. She isn't starting a conversation. She is simply reaching. That gesture, that small, almost invisible movement is one of the most honest things a woman can do. Psychologists call this attachment-seeking behavior, and it happens instinctively when a woman feels emotionally safe with someone. She doesn't think about it. She just does it. If she reaches for you in the quiet dark when no one is watching and nothing is expected, she is telling you that your presence alone makes her feel safe. That is not a small thing. That is everything. Sign number 2: the way she positions her body toward you. Here is something fascinating about the body. It always moves toward what it loves and away from what it doesn't. You can train your words. You cannot train your body. Pay attention to how she sleeps near you. Does she turn toward you, even slightly? Does she let her foot rest against yours? Does she tuck herself into the curve of your body without being asked? These are not accidents. Body language researchers have found that even in sleep, people physically orient themselves toward those they feel bonded to. When she curls toward you in that vulnerable, unconscious state, she is choosing you. Even when her mind is resting, her body still wants to be near yours. Let that sink in. Sign number 3: she talks to you in that voice. You know the one I mean. It's softer, slower, a little more unguarded than how she speaks in the rest of the world. When a woman feels genuinely safe with a man, her voice changes. The tension she carries through the day in meetings, in traffic, in every interaction that requires her to be strong, it melts away. What's left is something quieter and more real. If she speaks to you at night in that soft, unhurried tone, if she tells you small things, silly things, honest things she wouldn't say in the daylight, she is showing you a version of herself she protects fiercely from the world. The woman who whispers her real thoughts to you in the dark trusts you with something she gives almost no one else. Sign number 4: she stays. After this one is simple, but it runs very deep. After the warmth and closeness of an intimate moment, what does she do? Does she check her phone? Does she move to the far side of the bed? Or does she stay close, quiet, present, as if the moment isn't quite over yet? Researchers who study intimacy and emotional bonding consistently find that moments after closeness reveal more about a woman's feelings than the closeness itself. Staying near you when there is nothing left to do, that is pure emotional choice. She is not there out of obligation. She is there because being near you feels like where she belongs. A woman who lingers in your presence is a woman who genuinely wants to be there. Don't underestimate that quiet, beautiful truth. Sign number 5: she lets you see her without the armor. Every woman wears armor. She has spent years perfecting it: the right expression, the right posture, the right way to present herself to a world that is always watching. But in her most private space, with you, what happens to that armor? Does she let it slip? Does she laugh at something embarrassing without covering her mouth? Does she cry without apologizing for it? Does she let you see her when she's tired or worried or unsure? That vulnerability is not weakness. It is the deepest form of trust a woman can offer a man. Psychologists who study emotional intimacy describe this as unguarded presence, the ability to simply exist near someone without performing. If she lets you see her without the armor, has already decided you are someone worth being real with. And that decision is not made lightly. Sign number 6, she mentions tomorrow. Listen carefully to the things she says in those soft late-night conversations. Because there is something very telling hidden in whether she talks about the future or stays carefully silent about it. When a woman feels emotionally connected to someone, she naturally starts weaving him into her sense of what comes next. She says things like, "We should try that restaurant," or "next time, let's," or even just, "I was thinking about something you said last week." Those small forward-looking phrases are quiet declarations. She is not just thinking about right now. She is imagining a version of tomorrow that includes you in it. And a woman who pictures you in her future is already giving you a place in her heart. Pay attention to those words. They matter more than she may realize. She's saying, sign number 7, she is still there when the morning comes. This last one is the most tender of all. Morning is unforgiving. No mood lighting, no romantic music, no careful presentation of herself. Just the honest, unfiltered, real version of a woman waking up beside you. And if she looks at you in that raw morning light, maybe a little sleepy, maybe with yesterday's mascara still faintly beneath her eyes, and she smiles, that smile is the truest thing in the world. She is not performing for you. There is nothing left to perform. She is simply happy that when she opened her eyes, it was you she saw. A woman who greets you warmly in the morning, who chooses softness before the armor goes back on, is a woman who genuinely feels something real for you. Don't rush past that moment. Live inside it for just a second. It is one of the most beautiful things love looks like in real life. Here is what I really want you to hear. Most men spend their whole lives waiting for a woman to say, "I love you," in those exact 3 words. But the truth is, has probably been saying it to you in 100 quiet ways you haven't known how to read. In the hand she reached for in the dark, in the voice she only uses with you, in the morning smile she never planned. She has been speaking the language of her heart this whole time. Now, you know how to listen. The woman in your life is always communicating with you even when she isn't speaking a single word. And now you have something most men never find, the ability to truly see her. If this video opened something up for you, if it helped you understand her just a little more deeply, please give it a like. Leave a comment below and tell me which sign surprised you most. And if you want to keep learning how to build real, lasting emotional connection with the woman you love, subscribe, because there is so much more I want to share with you. Remember this: the man who truly sees a woman is the man she never wants to let go.